It's March 8th, 2021, and it's time for Channing and Friends. Royal bully. After their tell-all interview with Oprah last night, some people are keeping the focus on Meghan Markle. What are they saying about the character of the Duchess of Sussex? Then, after keeping a low profile since leaving the White House, a bit of information has been revealed about former President Trump, what he and Melania did privately before leaving office. And he's a man of many talents. Michael Dean stops by to talk about his entertainment company and his career that has taken him all over the world. So, let's talk about it. Hi everyone, welcome to Channing and Friends. Today is Monday, March 8th. Hello, Michael and Spence. How are you guys?
I'm good. It's been rainy and cold, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it has been cold so far. I feel like, we're only now a week into March, but it seems like it's been warm for March standards, but now it feels a little bit more normal.
Yep.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm a fan of the rain, and I'm glad that March is feeling more like March.
Yes, springtime is here. All right, you guys, let's jump into what is new and noteworthy today, and everybody's talking about it. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's tell-all interview with Oprah aired last night, and it was definitely what we were all waiting for, as the couple shared some information that puts the royal family in the hot seat. Other people are talking about Meghan Markle's character. In fact, she's been accused of bullying at least 2 palace aides during her short tenure as a senior British royal. Sources told the Times of London that the Duchess of Sussex occasionally reduced staffers to tears when she lived at Kensington Palace. She also allegedly humiliated staffers into leaving their jobs. So do you guys think that we haven't really seen the real Meghan? Michael, I know that you have been following the royals for a very long time, and you have a very educated opinion on this, so we'll start with you.
Yeah, so I need to preface this by saying I have, if you want to call it a gift or a curse, I don't know which one, really. I have always had, since I was quite small, the ability to see people for exactly who they are very quickly. I don't have to meet them necessarily. It's an internalized feeling I get. So with Meghan, I don't think she's an evil person, because evil people make me feel sick to my stomach. I do think she's a manipulator, though many people have not seen the real Meghan. I've seen the real Meghan. Please listen. She had an interview last year or the year before where she was asked, apparently they were set up by a mutual friend, which if you have a mutual friend with a prince, you're already kind of winning, beside the point. And I guess she was asked, did you know a lot about, what did you know about Prince Harry, prior to meeting him? And her response was, I really didn't know much about, Prince Harry or anything. Please. You didn't know about one of the sons of Princess Diana? Like, she also went on a trip, apparently a little while before, to London with this friend who is making the allegations. And they posed in front of Buckingham Palace. The friend said that she had always wanted to be royal. She wanted to be Princess Diana #2, which is scary. They posed in front of the palace. She had always kind of wanted this lifestyle, and she's an actress. And I don't, people in the entertainment industry can be quite sketchy. I'm not saying all actors or actresses are bad. I believe that Meghan Markle is extremely good at playing the game. Part of me is not mad at her, but also if you're gonna, you should just be upfront. You could just say you're a girl that's used to getting what she wants. The friend even alleged that Meghan is very used to getting what she wants. She knows what she wants and she knows how to get it. This time, though, she's playing the big game with a royal, across the pond, and she has bore him a child. She has a child on the way. Meghan's very good at getting exactly what she wants, though I disagree with many of the conservative ideologies of the royal family. I believe that she has manipulated him so well that he's living in an alternate reality all the way across the pond from his home. In summation, I think she's, there's a spider in their garden, and, it's only a matter of time before they all get caught in her web.
Okay.
Just saying.
I have things to say about this too, but Spence, do you want to go?
I guess I'll just preface this by saying the only thing I know about the royal family is that they had to change a Disney ride because one of them died in a crazy car chase.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was Princess Diana, but I could be wrong. I don't know if the name, but yeah, the Monsters Inc. ride used to be called Superstar Limo, and they wanted it to be really fast, and you were being chased by the paparazzi, but literally that year she died in that same situation. So that's all I know about the royal family, but Michael's intuition has never taken me wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and trust him. He tends to be right about these things. So
yeah. I mean, we talk about this, Michael and I, we talk about this all the time, and I agree with you. I mean, at first, I remember when we were all introduced to her, I was like, oh, she seems like a really sweet girl, innocent, doesn't really know that much about the royals, as she said. But then, Michael, you were like, not so fast. Not so fast. And other people have been talking about it too. I mean, we watched Wendy Williams, and Wendy Williams is the one who called her out too. Here's the thing. Very manipulative tendencies that I'm starting to see now, and I totally believe you, Michael, that she got what she wanted. I don't know how you can be a popular figure, or not even a popular figure, someone who is in Hollywood, and say that you don't know who the royals are, the royal family, Princess Diana, you don't know who she is. I don't get that. And I mean, Michael, you read something before the show about the tabloid report saying that no, she knew exactly who the royals were. She's been fond of Prince Harry for a very long time, and it seems like she kind of created a plan that she came up with to get him and to get what she wanted.
I guarantee you, behind the closed doors, because listen, manipulative people aren't all that different. So behind, she's very good at playing the your grace, your majesty, doing the little curtsy, doing the charming. Listen, you don't fool me, sister. I know behind closed doors you pressured that boy into moving to the United States, and you got what you wanted. Good for you, I suppose, in a way. But it's also, he loves
her. I will say
her.
this, I'll say, what you were saying, the conservative, background of the royal family. When I first heard Harry kind of say oh, well, we want to move to LA and kind of be relieved of our roles, I kind of felt for him, because I'm like, we're in 2021 now, and we need to have families start to let other people in their family live. Let them live. If they want to do something that's not necessarily within the tradition of your family or your conservative beliefs, let them do it.
I would be willing to bet all of my candles that she made him choose. She gave an ultimatum. She said, it's either me or the family. No, really.
You have a million.
I mean, she was like, it's either me or your family. You move away with me and you abdicate yourself. You separate yourself from your family, or you stay here and you risk losing me. And he chose her.
She probably did do that. I mean, it's kind of obvious. So I know that the family right now is going through a very difficult time.
Yes, I'm so sorry for Prince Philip.
Yeah, yes. And we
dragged her for so long, I forgot to.
Yeah. We still do have a side that we care, but I mean, it needed to be said, and that's our opinion. And if people are watching and they think otherwise, then that's your opinion as well. We can stand on the same ground with different opinions. Okay, you guys. Well, moving on from across the pond to back here at home. President Trump has been keeping somewhat of a low profile since leaving office in January, but recently it was revealed that him and Melania Trump received the COVID-19 vaccine before leaving the White House. Trump aides declined to say what type of vaccine he received, and they also did not disclose why they were vaccinated in secret when both President Biden and Vice President Harris, as we know, received their vaccines in public. So, you guys, why do you think they decided to keep this information quiet? Spence?
In January, was it not widely available? Was it not being rolled out yet? Maybe that had something to do with it. My hunch is that because he wanted to have his little rallies and to talk about how strong he is. And I didn't get the vaccine. I'm not afraid of it. When in reality he did. That would be my hunch, just because he's such like a chauvinistic D-bag, for lack of a better word, that would very much be something he would do. I'm strong. It's like, no, you're old, Donald. Like, you should just get it. Like, you shouldn't hide that. But, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some ulterior motive. It wasn't just coincidence or like a mistake that they didn't talk about it. Like,
oh, I agree. Michael?
Here's another spider in the garden, ladies and gentlemen, is Trump. This is just to go along with his web of lies. He's already spun a big one, you know, unlike Miss Meghan. He's already spun quite the big web. And one of those webs was, you know, the pandemic is a hoax. It'll go away, you know, after, you know, the political, you know, after all the politics. And it hasn't. It's gotten worse, and it's gotten worse under him. So this is just to keep up with his web of lies. Although he hasn't recently said it's a hoax, I believe some of his followers would perceive him as weak if he did get the vaccine, because a lot of people who support him are anti-vaxxers.
But I'm like, okay, it's just so stupid, in my opinion. It's just so dumb. He continues to expose himself, and this is another way, saying that this virus was a hoax. And yeah, I mean, it's obvious that he did not want this to be public information, because people would then drag him even more for saying that, oh, well, you are the one who said that this was a hoax. By the way, I don't know if you guys heard this too, but it's been revealed that his sickness when he had COVID was a lot more severe than they were telling us it was. He needed oxygen, and they didn't tell us that, you know? And so it's just, again, it just shows his character, and it shows that he, in my opinion, is the worst president that we've ever had in this country. And I really hope that we don't have someone who can be worse, because I really think that we're down pretty far in terms of how bad we've had presidents. So with that being said, everyone should get the vaccine, though. And we know that it's rolling out, and it's starting to be a little bit more available. So yeah, don't listen to our former president, and we'll try not to talk about him anymore, focus on him anymore, because he's old news. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for what is new and noteworthy today.
Coming up, Michael Dean is here. We'll be right back.
For information about our show and to stay connected, visit channingreed.com/Channing and Friends. Click on the episodes tab and never miss out on the conversation.
Welcome back. Our guest today is a musician, entertainer, and author. He's a man of many talents.
That's right, and he's here to talk about his career with us. So please welcome Michael Dean. Hi, Michael. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a good day so far.
Oh yeah, so good to see you. Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So first and foremost, what got you into music, and when did you decide that you wanted to be a performer?
This is a weird story for me because it's not the traditional type of, I saw my favorite artist on stage. I thought I would want to do it. No, I was in high school. I had just turned 17, and my buddy's sister, she was in choir, and I had the biggest crush on her. And I ended up auditioning for choir, and I got in, funny enough, and I just really started loving the process of how to read music and what different songs meant to different people, and it just kind of attached itself onto me, and it's still on me now. So that's the funny story, like to meet a girl basically. But here we are now. I haven't talked to her since high school. 2003 is when I graduated, not to age myself. But yeah, I'm still in love with music, and I'm in love with lyrics and melodies, and it's still going strong.
That is awesome. I'm glad to know that there's a fellow choir kid here, because I was also a choir kid all 4 years of high school.
Nice. Was it show choir?
Okay, it was not show choir. A funny story, my director actually hated the whole concept of show choir. So we were very we did all classical Renaissance music, but still a choir kid.
That's still cool. How about you guys? You guys did any musical things?
Yeah, so I was also a choir kid throughout high school and college, and singing Channing and I are pretty vocally similar, actually. We come from a chamber choir classical background.
Nice.
I
play guitar and sing in a band, so a little different than a choir, but
for sure. Are you the lead singer?
Yeah, I lead kind of everything.
That's awesome, man.
He does it all. Right. He does it all, and he's very good at it too.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, speaking of doing it all, Michael, you are the founder of Silent J Entertainment. So can you tell us a little bit about your company, and where did you come up with the name of this?
So I actually sent you that email to send me this Zoom link, and I don't know if you saw my real last name is Hortness.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a silent J in there. And I just figured, hey, why not? Silent J Entertainment, that sounds good. It was MD Productions for a while, and when I went to go get the rights for that name, someone already had it, so I had to come up with something else. So that's the story of how I created Silent J.
Oh, I love it.
But for the most part, we do. I do the same thing as you, Spencer. I'm a lead singer in a band. I play guitar. I do rhythm guitar. I don't know how to do any leads yet or shred, but I'm working on it. We do weddings. We've done events for Disney. We've done events for House of Blues. I recently just did an event for Vanderpump Dogs, which was pretty cool.
I saw that. That looked really cool.
That's really cool.
And I'm not going to lie, guilty pleasure, guys. My wife and I, we watch all those Real Housewives shows and the Vanderpump Rules.
Was she there? Was Lisa there?
No, but definitely her spirit was. And for a dog rescue, it smelled amazing.
That is so.
I would expect nothing less.
Yeah, so it was kind of cool as a fan to do that gig as well. But yeah, Silent J Entertainment, we've done lots of weddings, events, lots of stuff in Vegas. Yeah, I really enjoy it, and it's cool to say that you started something that's still going, and especially in a pandemic-driven world right now.
Right. That's amazing. So for those of us who do not know, you are not only a talented musician, but you are also an author. What can you tell us about your book?
Oh, okay. Well, I like that you call me an author. Thank you. That's very kind. It's a 14 chapter ebook, and I've had a lot of luck. I would like to say luck and experience booking myself around Orange County, Las Vegas, and actually other parts of the world as well, like Tokyo and Singapore. But I just kept getting questions from so many of my friends saying, hey, how'd you book this gig? I'd really like to play at this venue. And I had so much time at the beginning of this pandemic, as we all have. And I decided to take a mindset of, is this pandemic happening to me, or is it happening for me? It's given me all this time to to do something creative, and why not try your hand at writing something? So I wrote How to Book Gigs and Build Your Business. It's called Book It. And you can find it on Amazon Kindle, and it's only $10. It just goes through my process of how I book gigs and how I book other people gigs. And I'm very proud of it, actually, even though it's my first piece and there's still some growth to be had. I'm very proud of it. So thanks for asking.
Yeah, that is so cool. I think that, for anybody that wants to kind of take on this process of becoming, their own band or performer, like that's really good. You're providing insight to people and to help them. So, so cool. And you did mention that you kind of have experience performing all over the world. So can you think of maybe one or two gigs that were maybe your favorite?
Yeah. You mean gigs, or do you mean like entertaining in general?
Yeah, gigs, shows, entertainment, anything.
So there's a show called The Cruisers in Singapore, and it was kind of like this Four Seasons type of Frankie Valli show that we did at Universal Studios. And I had just such a great time performing all those songs. It challenged me vocally. It challenged my ability to dance. I put that in quotations. I move well.
Yeah,
that one's must be a reason why I got the roles I did at Disney, because I can't dance as well as some of you guys. But anyways, and then I would say my other one, there's this place called Bar 80s, and it's in Tokyo, and it's kind of how I got my start booking things. Actually, they allowed me to use their space as a venue that I could bring other foreign entertainers that wanted to get some other kind of entertaining itch scratched, other than what they did at Disney. We got to all congregate in this little room with $5 food and drinks, and we just got to let it out. We got to sing, we got to act, people did poetry, people danced, and I got to be in charge of all that. And it kind of set the tone for what I do here now with House of Blues as a promoter and Silent J Entertainment.
That's so cool. Spence, I know you have the next question, but I want to jump in really quickly and ask you, what's the culture like? Because like performing here in the US, like, how you feed off of the audience and things like that. Is it the same over in Singapore or, in other parts of the world?
I wish I could say it was. So a lot of times you'll be performing to a lot of people who are just passerbys. Most times though, toward the end of the show, we had a nice crowd going, and we got them on stage during certain parts of the show to dance with us. And as far as Japan goes, it's very business driven there, and there wasn't a lot of opportunity to actually go out. And I found one open mic night. It was like a Thursday night. It was about a 2.5 hour train ride away from me just to get there. So I would do that from time to time, but there's nothing that compares to, that feeling you get when you're performing in front of a engaged audience.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally. So as you said before, you did work for the Walt Disney Company, and as a theme park fan myself, which I'm sure you can tell by my background, I have to ask, which Disney park was your favorite to perform at?
How are you going to ask me this? Nothing beats the original to me. That's where I got my start in 2004. There's something about knowing that Walt Disney had his private, personal touch in that park. So I'm going to have to go ahead and say the original Disneyland Anaheim is my favorite. My close second is Tokyo Disney. Mm-hmm. That's where I met my wife. That's where I got to challenge myself as a performer and learn things that I normally wouldn't be able to do here in California. But it's all been one crazy ride, 18 years working for that company. And I just don't have many negative things to say about it. It's just mostly positive,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So do you have any upcoming shows or events where we can see you perform?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So March 13th, I'm going to be at Old World in Huntington from 1 to 5. And it's their, I guess, St. Patrick's Day is coming up. They kind of expect me to play some Irish tunes, but I don't know any. So I don't know if I'm going to be singing my regular stuff with an Irish accent. I don't know if that's too offensive, but I'm definitely going to have to learn some of those songs for that gig. So it's March 13th, Old World, Huntington Beach. It's very COVID safe, by the way. So all the tables are more than 6 feet apart. It's all outdoors. Masks are required. And it's just, it's just interesting how things are opening up now and life's starting to get back to normal, especially vaccines and things like that. So
Finally.
yeah.
One other question I have to ask you. So what is it? Do you have to sing with a mask or no?
So for Vanderpump Dogs, I did, just because we were all in such a closed space. But I'm so far away from the audience at Old World and all my other gigs that I do not. You're not in the splash zone, as it is called.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that'd be a little bit difficult to have a mask over, even if it was, one of those disposable blue ones. I feel like it'd still be a little bit difficult.
The hard part for me was taking a breath, because then the mask would get sucked into my mouth and I would not get the full breath, and then I couldn't project the way I wanted to. It was kind of comical, actually. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Spencer, do you have any gigs coming up?
No, not anything on the horizon.
We're trying to get his band to come on the show soon.
We are,
fingers crossed.
We have a little something in the works that's coming out soon. So
I'm sorry, I know this is about asking me questions, but what kind of music do you do and all that?
like indie stuff, indie rock stuff.
Okay, so originals maybe,
all original stuff. Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, we obviously have covers that we play, but yeah, we write stuff.
Cool, I love it.
Thank you.
Hey, that's awesome.
That is awesome. Well, that is the amazing Michael Dean, everyone. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Woohoo!
Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it. And thanks for making this so easy for my first time.
Of course.
Everyone. Go ahead. No.
Be sure to follow him on Instagram at Mike H. Dean and visit his company's website online at silentjentertainment.com.
Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. You all have a good day. It's raining out there. Be careful.
All right, you guys, we'll be right back. All right, you guys, I had a lot of fun today. Hope you guys did too. Can we just talk about Michael for a second? Michael Dean. He's a great guy. It was so much fun.
He was so sweet, and it was nice to chat with someone who kind of understands the band dynamic. That was fun. He's just a cool guy.
Spence, I think you two should collab, and we could have a little concert series here on the show.
Listen, I'm not opposed. Not opposed.
And Michael, talking about Meghan Markle today and your very, very great response.
I hope Miss Meghan, I'm not calling her the Duchess of anything. I hope Miss Meghan can learn from her mistakes and use that platform for the better. She's such a big platform now. I hope she can learn.
She is. And sending best wishes over to the royal family as well. All right, you guys. Well, that is going to do it for the show today.
We want to thank Mr. Michael Dean for coming on the show and talking to us about his company and career today.
And remember, everyone, you can always catch us on IGTV and YouTube.
Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.